In 2006, Serena Williams was ranked 139th in the world. Her knee was wrecked. She'd had surgery. She'd barely played in 2 years. 3 years earlier, her half-sister Yetunde had been murdered in a drive-by shooting in Compton. Serena was still carrying that grief. The tennis world had moved on. New stars had emerged. Nobody was waiting for her. Then she entered the 2007 Australian Open, ranked 81st, unseeded, given no chance. She won the entire tournament, beat Maria Sharapova in the final 6-1, 6-2, and that was just one of her comebacks. Serena Williams won 23 Grand Slam singles titles across 3 decades. She won one of them while 8 weeks pregnant. She nearly died giving birth, spent 6 weeks bedridden, then came back and reached 4 more Grand Slam finals. She held the #1 ranking for 319 weeks. Her coach called her serve the greatest the sport has ever seen. At the 2021 Australian Open, it was faster than 52 men in the draw. She beat Sharapova 20 times and lost twice. This is the story of the greatest tennis player who ever lived. And why 23 slams might not even be the most impressive thing about her. The story starts with a man watching TV. Sometime around 1978, Richard Williams saw a tennis player named Virginia Ruzici collect a $40,000 check for winning a tournament. He turned to his wife and said they were going to have 2 daughters and make them tennis champions. He had no tennis background. He learned the game from a local character known as Old Whiskey, whom he paid in booze. Then he wrote a 78-page plan for his future daughters' careers, before either of them was born. When Venus and Serena came along, Richard moved the family to Compton, California. Deliberately. He wanted to make them tough, give them a fighter's mentality. They practiced on cracked, weedy public courts in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in America. Richard would stop practice when he heard gunshots. Gang members watched from the sidelines. Tennis coach Nick Bollettieri later recalled, "They all thought Richard was crazy." In 1991, the family moved to Florida so the girls could train at Rick Macy's Academy. But Richard watched the junior tennis circuit chew up young players. He'd seen Jennifer Capriati, a teenage prodigy, burn out under the pressure. He'd heard racist comments from other parents at tournaments. And he told anyone who'd listen that his daughters were going to be kids first and tennis players second. When he signed the contract with Macy, his most important demand was unlimited free Disney tickets. In 1995, he pulled them out and coached them himself, against every piece of conventional wisdom in the sport. Venus turned pro first. She was taller, faster, and expected to be the dominant sister. But it was the younger one who would become the greatest player the sport had ever seen. In 1999, a 17-year-old Serena Williams won the U.S. Open. She beat Martina Hingis in the final to become only the second black woman to win a Grand Slam singles title after Althea Gibson in 1958. 41 years between them. Let that sit for a moment. But the real dominance started in 2002. Serena won the French Open, then Wimbledon, then the U.S. Open, 3 consecutive Grand Slams, and in all 3 finals, she beat the same person, her own sister. In January 2003, Serena won the Australian Open to complete the career Grand Slam at 21. She now held all 4 major titles at the same time. They called it the Serena Slam. Then everything fell apart. On September 14, 2003, her half-sister, Yetunde Price, was shot and killed in a drive-by shooting in Compton. She was 31, a mother of 3. Serena was devastated. She later said, "Yetunde and I were so close. She changed my diapers." Months later, serious knee surgery took her off the tour for 8 months. Most careers would have ended there. Serena's was just getting started. In 2005, Serena came back and won the Australian Open, her first slam in nearly 2 years. Then her knee betrayed her again. By 2006, she had dropped to 139th in the world, the lowest ranking of her career. She entered the 2007 Australian Open ranked 81st, unseeded, written off. She won the tournament without ceremony, destroying Maria Sharapova 6-1, 6-2 in the final. That head-to-head would become the most lopsided rivalry in tennis history. Serena beat Sharapova 20 times and lost twice. After their first 3 meetings, Sharapova never beat her again, 19 straight wins. From 2008 to 2010, Serena won 4 more Grand Slams. Australian Open twice, Wimbledon twice. She was back at #1 and playing the best tennis of her life. Then in 2011, blood clots nearly killed her. a pulmonary embolism, and the same condition that would return 6 years later during childbirth. She called it the scariest moment of her life. For the first time in her career, she wasn't waking up thinking about tennis. At that point, I thought, okay, I want to live. It was the closest Serena Williams ever came to walking away from the sport. She came back and won Wimbledon and the US Open in 2012, then added Olympic singles gold in London, making her the only player in history to complete a career Golden Slam in both singles and doubles. In 2013, she went 78-4 with 11 titles, one of the greatest single seasons in WTA history. In 2014 and 2015, she completed the second Serena Slam, all 4 Grand Slam titles at once, again, at age 33. By 2016, she had tied Steffi Graf's Open-era record of 22 Grand Slam singles titles. And she was just getting warmed up for the most extraordinary chapter of all. 2 days before the 2017 Australian Open, Serena found out she was pregnant. Her friend Jessica noticed her body changing in an elevator in Melbourne. She convinced Serena to take a test. It came back positive. Only 5 people knew: Alexis Ohanian, her fiancé; Venus, her agent; Jessica, her doctor. Her coach, Patrick Mouratoglou, had no idea. Serena played anyway. She won all 7 matches without dropping a single set. In the final, she beat Venus 6-4, 6-4 to win her 23rd Grand Slam title.
It's number 23.
The most in the Open era. She was 35 years old and 8 weeks pregnant. After an early round match, she told Alexis, "I know we're having a girl because I don't know any man that can handle this much pressure." On September 1st, 2017, Olympia was born via emergency C-section after her heart rate dropped during contractions. The next day, Serena couldn't breathe. She knew the signs. She'd survived a pulmonary embolism in 2011. She told the medical team she needed a CT scan immediately. The scan found several blood clots in her lungs. Then the cascade began. The coughing ruptured her C-section wound. Emergency surgery revealed a large hematoma in her abdomen. A third trip to the operating room for a filter to prevent more clots from reaching her lungs. She spent the first 6 weeks of motherhood bedridden. She later wrote, "When I first got home, I couldn't walk down the driveway. When I finally made it to a tree halfway down the driveway, it was a big hurdle for me. Being heard and appropriately treated was the difference between life or death for me." 14 months later, she was playing a Grand Slam final. Between 2018 and 2019, Serena reached 4 Grand Slam finals. She was 36 and 37 years old. She'd gone from bedridden to the biggest stage in tennis in just over a year. She played while breastfeeding. She played through postpartum depression. She didn't win any of them, but she showed up. In August 2022, she wrote an essay for Vogue announcing her farewell. She chose the word evolution over retirement, and she addressed the numbers head-on. "I should have had 30-plus Grand Slams. I had my chances after coming back from giving birth. I went from a C-section to a second pulmonary embolism to a Grand Slam final. I played while breastfeeding. I played through postpartum depression, but I didn't get there. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I didn't show up the way I should have or could have, but I showed up 23 times, and that's fine. Actually, it's extraordinary." At the 2022 US Open, she beat the number 2 seed in the second round. In her final match, she fought off 5 match points before losing in 3 sets. Tiger Woods, Zendaya, and Spike Lee were in the crowd. After the last point, she held her hand over her heart and mouthed, "I love you," to the stadium. Coco Gauff tweeted that night, "Serena, thank you. It is because of you I believe in this dream." Some will point out that Margaret Court won 24 Grand Slam singles titles to Serena's 23. But 13 of Court's titles came before the Open era, when many top professionals were barred from competing. All 23 of Serena's were won against fully professional fields. Before Serena got close, the record everyone chased was Steffi Graf's 22. The goalposts moved when Serena arrived. 23 Grand Slam singles titles, 14 doubles titles with Venus, 4 Olympic golds, 319 weeks at number 1. A serve her coach called the greatest the sport has ever seen. A comeback from 139th in the world, a slam won while pregnant, a life saved by her own insistence. From the cracked courts in Compton to the greatest career tennis has ever seen. Yes, she really was that good.